taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Dart. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
To the air, Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Ready? A gain of 15. And the Giants first down. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down, Giants.
Play fake, and here's Dart. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dart. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Hyatt, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. Throwing his Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He gets it left side of Johnson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Dart to throw on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Giants! Theo Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will ring them down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And they'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
What I continue to hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch it and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed, and then we got to see it unfold in real time.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
At the Giants' 41-yard line.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Broncos at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they return home after playing in London last week, but a happy trip back across the pond as they come home a winner.
And you're exactly right about that because, look, when you lose over there, that flight is really, really long. But not half as bad as when you come home with a victory. Excited about what lies ahead.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Nick's going to give to Hardy. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
Nick's to the air.
at the 13-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jalen Waddle from 13 yards out. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Seven, our score after 1.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
Yeah, nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw, Dart. He'll try and do this himself.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
A huge play there for Denver. 67 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown in his first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that perfectly
and rode him right out of bounds.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, Parker, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe we can get this game tied up.
Give the tackle there to Keon Crossen.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Play action now. Dart. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now in the short passing game, he should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll go play action here with Dart. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run up the gut with Downs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
18-yard line.
To throw is Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Once good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Dart going to look to throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 45 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Lutz with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Giants 21.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Here's Dart. Able to make the catch downfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On play action, here's Dart. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw, Dart. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. 1st and goal, New York.
Scattaboo going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Go.
To throw now, Dart. Touchdown! Theo Johnson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll air this one out from Mims. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Dart from the gun on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing Nix.
This to a former Giant. It's Evan Ingram.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Nix. Man, and he hits him in stride. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lift at the end of that one.
Brings up second and 2.
From the 38 now. Here's second and a couple. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. They'll swing this out to Harvey. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now. First and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard. You hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's Harvey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Bombers.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing, dart. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go. Here's Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. On the give, it's Tracy. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Right back to Tracy. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Here's Dart. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Finding Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's first and 10. He's back to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This is first and 10. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Waddle. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Nick's going to keep this himself. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Giants are going to